Hello there, everybody. I'm Mel Allen, and this is Baseball Collector.
Yo, and hello, everybody. Mike here, Baseball Collector. Happy Thursday to everybody. Man, it's September already. It's already September. And man, I don't know about you, but I really love the fall. I love getting into the fall season. The heat of summer kind of breaks up, although it's still really hot here in Texas, but hopefully over the next few weeks that starts to dissipate. And we get to some cooler temperatures, which will be great. I've got football college football is really kicking off this Saturday. I love college football, actually way more than the NFL, although I do love the NFL. Cowboys start, next Thursday against the Tom Brady-led Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Super Bowl champs. We'll see how good a season they can have. All of that's great. You've got playoff push for baseball. All of these teams jockeying for position for the playoffs and the World Series, etc. So I love that. Fall is so much fun for me because of that. I know on Saturday this weekend, because it's Labor Day weekend, which happy Labor Day to everybody. As we roll into this weekend, it's going to be great because it's extra day off of work and time at the lake is where we're going. But it's on Saturday morning. I'm playing in my first golf tournament in a really long time, and I'm not terribly excited about my prospects of actually playing well, but you never know. Lightning could strike. I could hit a few birdies. Who knows? But I just enjoy the competition. I enjoy getting out there with a bunch of other guys and competing, get the competitive juices flowing. That's always fun. And I've got some stuff that I've gotten in the mail for the last couple of days, really, yesterday and today, that I want to show. And, I did a video, I guess it was earlier this week or last week, where I talked about the differences between collectors, whether you're collecting comic books and sports cards, and how similar it really is. The mindset, and it doesn't matter necessarily, comic books, sports cards, coins, stamps, Beanie Babies, you name it, that collector mindset is incredibly similar. And as I was doing that, I was like, man, I haven't bought a comic book that I need for a while. And so I went, and it inspired me to go look and hunt for the last few. I say the last few. I needed 52 Amazing Spider-Mans to have every Spider-Man ever created in that run under that title. And I got one today in the mail. And so I'm going to show that. But it's funny that it's one of those things, like if I wanted to and I had unlimited funds, I could go buy every Spider-Man that I still need, including number 1. But money is an issue. You got to be careful. You got to watch your budget, all those kind of good things. And I'm always just wanting to get a good deal. And I felt like I got a good deal on this one. This is, most of the ones I'm buying now, I'm buying graded by CGC because, I don't know, I want them to be preserved. I want them to be protected. I want to know what the grade is. All of that kind of stuff. And people say, well, then you can't read them. And the reality is I can go online and kind of probably read every comic book ever created, or I can go buy a book that has all the old Spider-Man in it and read it if I want to read the story. But the last thing I want to do is damage a book by reading it, especially an old one like this. This one's from 1967, and it's Amazing Spider-Man number 52. Classic cover. I believe that's John Romita did the cover on this one. Great, with Jonah Jameson. To die a hero. Don't we all wish we could die a hero? I hope someday when I die, somebody goes, Mike was my hero. Probably not anybody on here. But hey, great cover, great book. Down to 51. Need to maybe start a Spidey counter, and counting down how many more I need. But I have actually another one coming, maybe as early as tomorrow, maybe early next week. And then I got a package from JT. What a great week. I got packages from 2 of my best friends, JT, Triple Crown 24, and Garrett Card Cutter, with stuff that I love in it. One had a bunch of autographed slabs from Garrett. This one had a few things that I picked up from JT. I'll show one now here, and then I'll flip a couple things now, and then I'll turn it around and show you some other stuff that I got from him. But I bought from him, and I label all my complete sets the same way. I put on just the side of the box what set it is, and this happens to be a 2021 Allen and Ginter set, and it's the complete set and includes the short prints, which is not something I typically do if I get a set like that. I usually get, every year I get a Topps base set, factory set. I usually get a Heritage set without the SPs. I typically don't get the short prints on that, although I do have some complete sets for Heritage in my run that have the short prints. And someday that might be something I go back and do. And then Ginter and maybe one or two others, Topps Update, something like that. So JT gave me a great deal on that, and so I bought it from him. And he shipped it to me. The other thing that JT did was I got another, I'm calling these Perez Grugens because the artwork's Dick Perez. JT takes it and puts it into postcard format for me, prints it out, and cuts it out and all that kind of good stuff. This is Goose Gossage. I'm going to send this TTM because I'm trying to get kind of more of these in the Hall of Fame postcard style that weren't really printed by Perez Steel Galleries when this set was being produced, because I just think it's fun and different and unique. So thank you, JT, for doing that. Let's flip this sucker around and I'll show you a bunch more cards. I say a bunch, a few. Hang on. Another thing, it's funny when I do videos myself, I even inspire myself, like I said about the comics when I was talking about that. And then I had a video I did about future Hall of Famers, and I did all of the rookie cards that I have for both the future Hall of Fame set registry through PSA, as well as just some additional guys that I thought were going to get in the Hall of Fame. And there were several guys in there that I didn't mention that I do think are going to get in the Hall of Fame. I don't have a Dick Allen rookie card. I think Tony Oliva should be in the Hall of Fame. There's some other guys that I don't have their rookie cards yet, and I just didn't mention them in the video. But one guy that is in that set that I do think will get in the Hall of Fame someday, and many of you don't think he deserves to be, but I do, given his career. And that's this guy, Alex Rodriguez. And so I started hunting for some Alex Rodriguez autographs, and just kind of like, hey, I wonder if I can pick up a few more for my collection. Now, what's interesting about A-Rod is he hasn't signed a lot in recent years, so there's not a lot of Yankees autographs with him, which is just fine by me, because in fact the only ones I will buy of Alex Rodriguez are ones where he's pictured with the Texas Rangers. So luckily during his days with the Rangers, he signed a lot of different stuff, especially for Upper Deck, so which is the heyday of Upper Deck, those early 2000s years. So this is a just signed game jersey of A-Rod, number to 350. Love it. It's a very pretty autograph. So I got that. It was an eBay purchase. This was also an eBay purchase. Just another cheap slab for my 4, 5, 8, whatever, how many decades it is. 1965 Topps World Series Game 7, picturing Bob Gibson winning the finale over New York. Obviously, they played the Yankees. And there you go. Hall of Famer Bob Gibson and a nice collector grade 6 on that one. And then I got the rest of this stuff is from JT. I'll explain a little bit as I go. The first one here is another autograph of who I think is a future Hall of Famer, and JT had this beautiful Bowman card of CC Sabathia, and I bought that from him. Just kind of adding more guys. Some people, I only need one of a guy. Well, I only need one. I like to get kind of as many as I can, and so I got that from JT at a good deal. He had a couple of cards that he had sent in that he kind of said, hey, when I get these back, you can have them if you want. And I said, well, sure. Jim Cott is one of those guys that I think will get in the Hall of Fame eventually. This is his 65 Topps. It's a 4.5. He had submitted these himself through his PSA group submission, and I don't have a lot of Jim Cotts. I have his rookie card, and pretty much that's it. I have a couple of autographs of him, but if I can pick up some of his stuff, because if he gets in, then he'll be added to my 4-decade set, and I want to get all of his Topps cards too. So this is one that's kind of a preemptive strike, let's say, and this guy is a Hall of Famer, and JT sent this one in. It came, he just got these back recently, but that came back a near mint 7 on the 69 Topps Dick Williams. Hall of Fame manager, showing him here. They were managing the Red Sox, so love that. And then in that same vintage submission that JT had sent in, another one of my friends, Mike, Canadian Cards, had some cards that he had sent in. There were 3 of them that I needed / wanted for my 4 decade set, sorry, I keep saying that. It's 4 decades, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And I made a deal with him to buy these from him, and then JT, when he got them back, just sent them to me. So the first one is this National League RBI leaders from 67 Topps, and you've got current Hall of Famer Hank Aaron and Roberto Clemente, and then I think future Hall of Famer Dick Allen on here, Richie Allen. So love that. That's very cool. An excellent 5. Then he also had a 67 Topps Lou Brock. Very well centered card on that. It's an excellent 5, but perfectly happy with that. And then the last one is another 67 Topps, and that's Bob Gibson. You can see this card's pretty OC, left to right, but overall just fine for me. Like, would I love a better centered version? Of course. Would I love, a higher grade? Of course. But hey, for the price I was able to get this at, I'm perfectly content. And that's what I think a lot of us need to just be content with what we can get. Afford what you can afford, buy what you can buy, get nice examples of the cards for your collection, and, try not to worry about the bigger, better stuff that's out there, because there will always be bigger, better stuff. There's always somebody with a bigger boat. And I say that a lot. And so I'm very content with the types of things that I get for my collection, and love this one along with all the other stuff I got today. So thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope everybody has a good one. Keep collecting.